Hi, everyone. Danielle and Matt Noyes here. Thanks for making the 1 Degree Outside Weather Network part of your daily routine, storms or sunshine.
If you enjoy these videos, we invite you to become a member at patreon.com/1 Degree Outside. Support our mission of continuing to bring accurate weather forecasts and science insights to one and all. 1 Degree Outside Insights, the deeper dive into weather and science today as well. This is your weekend insights designed to hold all weekend long, but some of this in the beginning is going to pertain if you're watching on Friday, because a lot of you have been asking about the planetary alignment, so we'll start there. This has been something that's been pretty close all through the latter part of February, and will continue to be, but at the same time, this is the chance, really kind of peaking today, to be able to see all 7 planets lined up. Now, with the naked eye, you're not going to see Uranus, you're not going to see Neptune, you need a telescope for that. And we've got clouds coming in here at home, so you're not really going to be able to see much at home. But it's space.com. They've got a live stream that's going on out of Italy, so a chance to see things there. And meanwhile, you're looking to the southwestern sky if you did want to try and see it yourself. If you get a break in the clouds, something like that, shortly after dusk, again, you'd need a telescope to see the whole thing lined up. But just want to give you the information on that. We'll talk about the clouds and the snow that's coming in over the course of this video. We'll also talk about the big cold front that changes the air when it comes in Saturday evening, makes it cold Saturday night and Sunday, and then another warm and windy system for many of us getting out to midweek next week. Here's how things look with regard to the clouds and why I was talking about cloudy skies for many of us. 7 o'clock on our Friday evening, you can see the white, the gray, indicating the increase in clouds. Maybe on the outer Cape, you've still got enough clearing left over, maybe in parts of northern Maine. And again, it's possible you get some thin spots in the clouds, but I wouldn't bank on it. You're already looking at snow that's going to be coming in between 7 and 10 p.m. from west to east across portions of southern, much of central and northern New England as well. Now, as we get deeper into the night, we really don't focus much on southern New England. There's been a slight shift north over the last 24 to 30 hours to focus a lot of this in central and northern New England. But whatever we do get for showers in southern New England, you can see changes to raindrops anyway before you even wake up tomorrow morning. 4 a.m., it's rain showers and temperatures 35 or better in a lot of the southern half of New England. The pockets of snow kind of break up over the course of your Saturday morning. There will still be some snow showers coming and going on Saturday morning. But notice for a lot of the day, there's not that much rain to go around. So please don't think about Saturday as being a rainy day. There'll be an isolated shower from time to time, and look how warm it gets. It gets breezy, and the temperature goes up into the 50s in a lot of southern New England. By 11:45 in the morning, the farther north you go, you don't get into that kind of warmth, which is good because it means that the ski areas and the snowmobile trails don't sustain much damage out of the warming because you don't get that warm and you get fresh snow. So again, you're not getting a lot in southern New England during the overnight tonight and tomorrow morning. It's maybe a little coating at the Route 2 corridor, western Massachusetts. But when you start to get into the white, that's an inch or two. And if you were watching yesterday, we have definitely peeled that back. Even from early this morning, we've peeled that back a bit. But 2 to 4 in the light blue coloring that you see, and that does pick up as you go to the Mount Washington Valley, where you've got 4 to 6. Same thing in northern Vermont. And the little spots of purple you see for the higher summits is where you might pick up over 8 inches of snow. Not many of us get that, but some of the high summits may do it, particularly when you consider the fact that there's a little bit of what we call upslope snow that comes in behind this thing. What happens is, after a mild and breezy Saturday with those isolated showers left over that we looked at, the cold front slicing through during the afternoon to evening shifts the wind, and the southerly and southwesterly wind goes to become a northwest wind, and that does push up briefly against the mountain faces that face north and west, and that gives you some additional snow, maybe another 1 to 2 inches in some of the favored spots as we get into Saturday evening. Well, by Sunday, that's all done. Dry air has moved in. You're going to get sunshine on Sunday, but it is going to be really chilly. Both Saturday night and Sunday, the wind chill drops. I'll show you that map here in just a second so you can kind of have the family dressed or be dressed appropriately, whatever you got going on. And then Monday, nice day to look at. Again, still kind of chilly. I think we're less cold on Tuesday. The clouds begin to increase, and here comes the next system. This one's going to be, again, probably a warm and windy one. We talked about this yesterday, that you're sandwiched between high pressure moving away with a clockwise flow of air. The counterclockwise flow around the storm puts you into southerly wind. Actually, it could be very gusty around here. Midweek next week, like gusts to 50 or better are possible in some spots. It's mild wind coming out of the south. For now, here's how things go in the wind this weekend. Saturday morning's gusts are already going 30 coming out of the south. Again, it's a warm wind. That's why we go to the 50s in southern New England. By the afternoon, gusts are going over 35 miles per hour. Here comes the cold front. You can see that shift in wind taking place through the Pioneer Valley as we get into the early afternoon. By late afternoon and evening, it's swept through Boston. You get a west-northwest and northwesterly wind that will blow on Saturday night and continue to blow on Sunday as well. Sunday's winds actually may not be as strong as Saturday Saturdays in spots. You can see the gusts generally on the order of 30 miles an hour or so, as opposed to the southerly stronger gusts that we have during the day on Saturday. Again, the wind chill in just a moment. Let's go ahead and dive into the temperatures first. There's that warmth coming up through a lot of southern New England on Saturday. Again, not really making it into the north, not that much. You'll probably break the melting point, but it won't be enough to ruin a winter sports weekend, for example, right? Saturday night, you lock everything back up in place. You say, is there any concern here with the flash freeze? Temperature-wise, there would be, yes. As a matter of fact, as we go, let's say, right around 7 p.m., 8 p.m., Boston jumps below freezing. So it's a pretty quick onset of the cold, but it's with enough wind, and there's really not that much rain, as we looked at, that comes down Saturday. I doubt there'd be that much moisture to freeze up, except maybe in parts of northern New England where you'd gotten a little bit of snow, and there may be some melting, and it may refreeze. Saturday night's wind chill, down to 10 below zero across the north, 10 above zero when you get down around southern New England. Sunday's high temperatures stuck in the 20s and teens in the north. So while it does turn into a good day for winter sports, you definitely want to be dressed appropriately for a wind chill that at the warmest time of the day on Sunday only comes into the single digits above and below zero in northern New England and the teens when you come down into southern New England. Sunday night's actual low temperatures drop below zero by a hefty margin across parts of northern New England. So you've got cold. We talked about this in terms of the weather pattern. The jet stream's got us in a trough, which allows for colder air, but not really much in the way of storminess to go along with that colder air, right? By Monday, temperatures are still cool, running only about 30. Then you start to rebound into the 40s Tuesday, and you get ready for the next storm to be a mild one as it comes in. The jet stream really backs that up, too. Here's the trough, the dip in the jet stream that's going to be with us this weekend, reinforcing cold and dry air. And then as we get to let's say, the middle of next week, watch how it changes. We start to scoop up moisture out of the Gulf. We carry it northward, and it's pointed right over us. And that's why I say, look, it's going to end up being a warm and windy storm for a lot of us. Maybe the mountains could still salvage at least a little snow on the front side when it comes in. We'll keep you posted on that. Stay on top of it all with our 14-day forecast, the hourly forecast, and track any of the showers with the radar, too. It's Noyes' 1 degree outside weather on the App Store and Google Play. Hope you have a great weekend. Don't forget, we'll have that early morning update on Saturday as we usually do. Other than that, enjoy the weekend.